let's get up to the
25
skies.
basis points, Iveka. We'll take whatever we can.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. All right, let's move from interest rates, shall we, to South African Airways, the national carrier. And a confirmation tonight via a statement that the national carrier is selling off 9 Airbus aircraft to make way for newer models. Now, the new Airbus A350-900S will touch down, we're told, on a runway near you from next week. The airline says the sale has nothing to do with its business rescue or bankruptcy fears. Spare engines and power units are also being sold. Working that story for us today is reporter Barry Bateman. Let's start off with a confirmation of the sale then, Barry, of these aircraft. How much has this got to do with the business rescue process that is currently in place?
Well, according to SAA, as well as Les Mattison, the business rescue practitioners, they're saying it's got nothing to do with it all. I actually got confirmation from Les Mattison earlier this afternoon saying that this process to sell these 9 aircraft, 15 engines, as well as auxiliary power units, 4 of them, was initiated last year. But for whatever reason he didn't explain, this was held up. But once the business rescue practitioners were appointed, they sped up this process to get the advertisements rather, for these assets to be sold.
We're going to talk to an aviation commentator in just a moment, but the sense one gets is that with these new aircraft coming on, they are more cost effective, they are more efficient in the sky. That is ultimately going to bring cascading savings.
Oh, quite right. These are the A340s are 4-engined gas guzzlers of the sky. Most modern airliners are moving to the twin engine, which are far more economical. So not only will we be able to, SAA be able to generate some capital from the sale, but with the use of these more economical aircraft, they'll be able to save potentially millions annually on their routes.
All right, let's look at the numbers now. Government committed to advance, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, half of the 4 billion rand needed to facilitate the business. Tick, am I right with that?
That is exactly right, yeah.
Private lenders have come up with another 2 billion rand. Where do we stand then financially tonight?
Well, we're still minus that 2 billion rand that was committed by Treasury in December when this announcement was made. It was Minister Pravin Gordhan who had made the confirmation initiating this process for the business rescue. Private lenders would commit 2 billion, or government would commit another 2 billion. The private lenders have come to the party. We're not yet hearing from government. Now, Finance Minister Tito Mboweni was speaking earlier that he's suggesting they're in a difficult position now. They have to make some tough choices. No indication yet where they're going to get this money and whether they're going to have it.
If it doesn't materialise, and my understanding is that Saturday is a looming deadline, the 18th, there's now talk in aviation circles of liquidation.
It's getting to that point again. We were talking about it before the business rescue practitioners were announced in December. We've got to that point again because government hasn't come up with this money. So it's Les Mattison was telling me today that they're looking at various avenues to try and secure liquidity. He says that liquidation is not one of the options they're looking at. But if you look at some of the reports and the fears, even coming from unions, that is a possibility if that money doesn't come.
All right, Barry Bateman, thank you very much.